Hello, classmates. David Sims here. This is my presentation for Three Generations of Wyeth at the Greenville County Museum of Art. The Greenville County Museum of Art has had a huge collection of Andrew Wyeth, he's the one there in the middle, for upwards of 40 years. I remember it being the first art that I ever saw when I was a kid. It's a remarkable artist, the largest collection that exists in the country besides the Wyeth Museum. And his father on the left, N.C. Wyeth, is also a brilliant painter, and his son, James Wyeth, on the right. They're all wonderful artists, and so we're anchoring this on our Andrew Wyeth collection and bringing these other two in from other galleries. And other galleries have done this three generation thing before, but we've never done it in this museum, and so this is going to be a one of a kind event. The calendar. To November and December. There's special attention to the holidays in this because, a lot of people post-COVID are going to want to be getting out and doing some things, even if we are still socially distanced. A museum is a big open space that affords that kind of thing. So we're going to go right up to the holidays and Thanksgiving, right before and after, to give people the opportunity to come and see the exhibit. And so it's Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9, and Sundays, 1 to 6. Campaign strategy. Okay, so here we go step by step. The first one be pretty early on in March. Board meeting to talk about potential people that could be giving to the project, potential sponsors for the art, the rollout, the budget, all that good stuff. Step 2, April through June. This is a long period of contacting potential donors, sponsors, other contributors, working out the arrangements, with the other museums. That's of course managerial. That's not necessarily for this campaign, so it's not on here. Step 3, June the 14th, social media teasers, and I think that's something that's early on, beginning of the summer, could raise some eyebrows, not give away any real information, but just do something nice and evocative. Step 4, August 2nd to the 8th, this is really where we begin the campaign proper and mail out things to the members. Time that out, of course, so that it arrives in their mailbox at the same day, hopefully, that we're doing the press releases and social media posts, and also renting to billboards. Step 5, August 23rd through October 18th. This is a long period where we would begin doing school visits, doing interviews and articles and all that good stuff, and time them out throughout this period so that we have even coverage. Step 6, October 18th through the 31st. This is the real blitz that happens in the couple of weeks before a big event, and other postcard mailing to members. November the 1st, the opening event. It's not an event in a fundraising sense with a silent auction and things like that, like you would have at a gala. This is more of a celebratory thing for this exhibit. We don't want to, have the focus on raising money. We want to have the focus on getting people in the door and experiencing the museum. Step 8, November 29th, is midway through the exhibit to do a boost for the holidays, to remind people to make plans to come on during the holidays. Step 9, once it's all done, to follow up to all the donors, the members, especially the new to file people, and do some stories on Instagram and Facebook that do a recap slideshow, things like that. Okay, the pricing scheme. For us, this is a rare ticketed event. Normally, the museum is free, so it's going to raise some eyebrows, but this is the general breakdown. Members would pay $10, non-members would pay $16. The collectors group is a group that gives more than $750 annually. We wouldn't charge them at all for it because they're most likely to be sponsors for the artwork. That may also work with a few other tiers, and other people might be interested in that way. And of course, we would add tickets to those types of packages. Campaign goals. So for new members, there are 3 different tiers. The first one is the friend tier at $50. We want to see 50 of those. It's a lofty goal, but I think over the period of the campaign we can do it. The contributor tier is $100 annually. I'd like to get 30 of them. And the collectors group are the big dogs. That's $750. 10 of those, again, a lofty goal. But if we get new corporate sponsorship in for individual pieces of art, which I'll explain later, some of them could end up becoming members at this level. Then that makes total new membership goal of $13,000. Single tickets is 52 total dates. I'd like to average 15 a day. That's $240 a day. So single ticket goal is 12,480. Art sponsors, this is where specific pieces of art are sponsored by a group or a business or an individual for signature pieces. About 10 of those would be $500 a piece, like Christina's World, for instance. That would be a $500 sponsorship. So that. Then smaller pieces, you could do 100 each, 20 of those, maybe more. But the total art sponsorship goal would be 7,000. And then named donors, people who want to put their name on the material, promotional materials that all have to come early to get 5 of them at 1,000 each. I think that may be difficult. But anyway, lofty goal. Total campaign goal is 37,480. Okay, now moving on to current market analysis. Our strengths, it's a dark time of the year in Greenville for other visual arts events. Greenville has been, if you've ever been here, it's in the last 10 years, it's really been exploding in terms of its visual arts scene. And of course, to do this show, we would have to partner with other museums. And the Museum of Art has a great reputation in this town as being just a solid, amazing place. The building itself is still very modern and cool from being built in 1974. Weaknesses. Like I said before, it's traditionally free, so there's going to be some blowback, especially from longtime patrons, maybe some board members. And also the familiarity with Andrew Wyeth is also going to be a bit of a hurdle to entice people who've seen Wyeth and seen it, like myself. Why come in here? Why is it, what's the big draw? Okay, then opportunities. It takes place during the holidays, like I said before. Great opportunities for gifts, so forth. And then, of course, new members. And then relationships with new media. There's always new podcasts popping up, blogs, what have you. Threats. The Metropolitan Arts Council does do an open studios, which is like a gallery tour of individual artists that could pose a scheduling conflict for some art lovers. And then economic and health factors, of course, that would be if quarantine happens again, there's a recession, or, that good stuff. Targeted audience segments. So for members, direct mail them early on, appeal to the history, of course, the importance of Wyeth. They understand the Wyeth connection, so play to that. Gen Z, they're all in school right now, so school visits, relationships with art teachers, getting on, student media interviews with student newspapers, all that good stuff, because they're a really good group to have in there for this particular exhibit. And then YouTube and TikTok, that's going to be limited because it's, they're not on social media as much as, let's say, the millennials, our next group. They're mostly social media, so that would be a lot of LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Podcasts are also huge for millennials. Gen X, that would be me. More traditional methods, print ads, NPR, articles, LinkedIn, of course, Facebook. I think my generation is stopping at Facebook. Gen X seems to say, okay, that's it, Facebook, and it's done. And then, public ads, of course, as well. Okay, so this is the digital ad. It's in a square format, which is suitable for most social media outlets. There's subtle variances, but we can come up with those easily. The print ads will be more in a letterbox orientation with an information column to either side. Okay, marketing budget. So social media increases in ads, about $75 a week for boost. This is based on loose estimates. Billboards, around $750 for 4 weeks for 2 of those. Then print ads, all of the good stuff. Marketing budget, almost $5,000. You have to spend money to make money, and in this instance, I think it would be really crucial. Success metrics. All right, so the website, I'd like to see 25% unique visitors per month of this. That's for the 2 months. Then for social media, new likes, new joins, all the other goals that we talked about before. Among the current members, 90% attendance. Now, I know that's really lofty, but aim high. And then single ticket sales, 780 total. At least half of those being new to file would be absolutely terrific. Because a lot of other single ticket sales people like myself have never become members of the museum. So, all right, so that's it for mine. Right under 10 minutes. And please post any questions or comments. Thank you.